During World War II, there was a weapon no one could see, no one could hear, and yet it controlled everything. Every military order, every submarine movement, every attack plan was hidden inside a code. A code so complex that even the people using it believed it could never be broken. This was the power of the Enigma machine, and for a long time, it made Nazi Germany almost unstoppable. The Enigma machine wasn't just a simple code device. It was designed to constantly change. Every time a message was typed, the machine scrambled the letters into something completely different, and the settings changed every single day, which meant even if someone decoded a message today, tomorrow, it would be useless. There were billions of possible combinations, so many that solving it by hand would take years. And during war, years meant defeat. Because while the Allies struggled to understand, German U-boats were sinking ships in the Atlantic, cutting off supplies, destroying convoys, and leaving entire fleets vulnerable. The Allies weren't just losing battles, they were fighting, blind. Then came a man who didn't look like a soldier, who didn't act like one either. Quiet, awkward, different, but with a mind far ahead of his time. His name was Turing, and while others saw an impossible problem, he saw a pattern, a weakness, a way in. Turing was sent to a place called Bletchley Park, a secret facility in England, hidden from the public, where mathematicians, linguists, and analysts worked together, trying to break enemy codes. It was quiet, tense, and filled with pressure, because every message they failed to decode meant more lives lost at sea, more soldiers walking into danger without warning. Turing believed something radical, that no human alone could solve Enigma, but a machine could, so he designed one. A mechanical system built to test thousands of code combinations every second. It was called the bombe. And at first, it didn't work perfectly. It was slow, unreliable, and many people doubted the idea entirely. Some even believed it was a waste of time. But the war didn't stop, and neither did Turing. Day after day, he refined the machine, adjusted the logic, improved the system, until finally something changed. A repeated phrase, a predictable habit in German messages, a small human mistake. That was all it took. The bombe locked onto it, and for the first time, the code opened. From that moment on, the Allies were no longer blind. They could read enemy communications, track submarine positions, anticipate attacks, and plan their moves in advance. This wasn't just an advantage, it was a turning point. Historians later estimated that breaking Enigma shortened the war by up to 2 years, saving millions of lives, all because one man believed the impossible could be solved. But with this power came a problem. If Germany discovered that their code had been broken, they would change it immediately, and everything would be lost. So the Allies made a difficult decision. They couldn't act on every message. They couldn't stop every attack. Even when they knew it was coming, sometime they had to let events happen. To protect the secret, a hidden war, fought in silence. Years later, this story reached a global audience through the film The Imitation Game, where Benedict Cumberbatch portrayed Alan Turing. The film showed his brilliance, his struggles, and the pressure he faced, but even that could only capture a part of what really happened, because for decades, the truth remained classified. When the war ended, there were no celebrations for Turing, no public recognition, no headlines. His work stayed hidden, locked away as a national secret. The man who helped win the war returned to a normal life as if nothing had happened. Then came something even more shocking. In 1952, Alan Turing was arrested, not for what he had done, but for who he was. At the time, being homosexual was illegal in Britain. He was given a choice, prison or chemical treatment. He chose treatment, but it changed him, physically, mentally. And just 2 years later, in 1954, Alan Turing died, at only 41 years old. Today, Alan Turing is remembered as one of the founders of modern computing. The ideas he developed helped shape the digital world we live in now, and his work during the war changed history forever. He never fired a weapon, he never stood on a battlefield, but he fought a war no one could see, and in the end, his greatest victory was saving millions of lives without anyone knowing. If you want to hear more hidden stories like this video and subscribe to the channel, because history still has secrets waiting to be told.